drive a car, or you may prefer this method. Whichever way you choose to drive a car, great enjoyment is derived by a growing number of people, both spectators and participants, in motorsport in all its many branches. Let's first take a look at autocross. First paid a small entrance fee, we are free to wander amongst the cars in the paddock, suitably roped off for the safety of the spectators. From the public address system, much useful information can be gleaned, and thus we learn
autocross is really a sport that is done against the clock. The car that puts up the fastest time over this 2-lap course with a winner.
And they're off! Jostling for position over the rough grass track, bordering the football pitch, are two small family saloons. These kinds of models are very popular amongst autocross competitors. Sports cars are also in evidence at these meetings, often putting up an exciting display. As with most sports, the enthusiast should start at a tender age, and this one certainly agrees. And these lady marshals, amongst other things, are guarding the valuable cup to be won. While enjoying the racing, these gentlemen prefer the interval, of course for business reasons. Cutting it that fine, it's surprising that so few collisions occur. The ever-popular Mini is to be expected in all kinds of meetings. This race over the grass is no exception to the rule. It's perhaps surprising to learn that the Minis put up the second fastest time round the course at this meeting. And perhaps most interesting is the fact that the winner of the Cup was driving a Volkswagen. And that's it. We can all go home, except for a brief look at the cup. A foggy day on a disused airfield is the scene of a very different brand of the sport. This is an express sprint meeting, where the emphasis is on sheer speed. The competitors line up to take their turn, their fastest time being the best of two separate circuits of the track. This high-powered sports car leaves its mark on the track, and although the winners of the various sections are not announced at the event, this car must stand a good chance of being amongst the prize winners. Here again, spectators can mingle with thousands of horsepower in the paddock, taking care to avoid the cars returning from the track. Some drivers' ability is not as hot as their cars, with the result that when running out of road, they forfeit that particular lap of the circuit. However, they do give the marshals good value for their freely given services. Certain competitors sound as though they're riding motorcycles instead of driving cars. For 500cc's, this particular car puts up a fine performance. To be expected, the owners of Jaguars like to try their hands, although it's doubtful if this manoeuvre is quite what the driver had in mind. More work for the marshal with the brush. More straw bales to replace. As in the autocross meeting, this model of car seems a little light in the tail when taking the chicane. A chicane, by the way, is another name for an S-bend. This competitor didn't reflect the majority of Mini drivers at this event, and so the chicane claims its last victim of the day. And so we can all go home for a second time, leaving this driver wondering how he has fared as he ties his £100 investment to its trailer.